Hey guys, it's your girl, Nix in Serbia. If you're new here, I'm just a Canadian girl who moved from Canada, obviously as a Canadian girl, and decided Serbia was my forever home. Not my temporary, my forever home. Anyways, I gotta tell you guys something funny because it's just, I don't know, sometimes I think I'm the only one that's dumb. But anyway, so in Canada, I always used to say, it's hotter than Africa. Okay, no. Then I came to Serbia and I'm like, why is it saying it's going to be 38 degrees, feeling like 42? I didn't feel these temperatures. Okay, I'm not complaining. But then in my small brain, I'm like, let me Google the temperature it is in Africa because I bet we're hotter. Insert stupid part here. And my phone says, in Kenya, in July and August, it is their winter months and they range between 30 and 35 degrees. Who the hell am I to complain when their winter months are the temperature that it is here now? Anyways, just wanted to drop that fun fact because I know I'm really stupid to think that, but there's got to be other people that you're not stupid, you just didn't know. But don't worry. I'll take the heat for that one. Get it? The heat? Anyways, what have I been doing? What does summer look like for me? Summer in Serbia with 3 kids. It has been hot, hot, hot. So for the summer, we are spending time eating, swimming. Yeah, you got that right. Insert sleeping in between there. But I mean, that's what our summer has looked like because the reality is with the temperatures as hot as they have been, it is hard to do anything else. Anyways, let's get into today's topic, and it is just going to be about the customs that I have noticed in Serbia that I am still trying to get used to or trying to share with the Serbs that I may be a bit different, but it's not offensive. Okay, let's get into it. So it may be just me, but I have noticed that the discussion of like food allergies is just not a thing here. Like when I go to someone's house and they prepare something and it's made with like walnuts, pecans, peanuts, I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, that looks like it has nuts in it. And I asked my husband, babe, like, does that have nuts in it? And he's like, yeah. But it's so different because in Canada, we pretty much never really serve things with nuts without first, asking the person, hey, do you have any allergies? Because I find like allergies aren't talked about here. Like, when you go to a restaurant in Canada and the server's like, are there any allergies at the table? Yeah, that's just not a thing here. And so we went to a friend's house and they served us up walnuts. Well, guess what? Me and Leia are both allergic to walnuts. I'm allergic to all tree nuts as well. And we had to decline. And my husband's looking at me like, this is so rude. And I'm like, what the hell do you want me to do about it? Die? So, I just wanted to share maybe some awareness that us North Americans, we've had so many toxins in our body that we are now probably the reason why we have so many allergy issues. Can't have certain foods, and when we do, we can die. Not feel well, die. Okay. Anyway, so I do have my EpiPen to stab myself with, but who really wants to do that to make somebody feel better? Another thing. In Serbia, smoking, coffee, tea, is kind of just like an alcohol. You gotta do one of the above. Here's the best part. I don't smoke, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, and I don't drink alcohol. Does that mean I'm a party pooper? No. Does that mean that I don't appreciate you hosting me at your house? I do. When I say water, people look at me like I'm crazy. They're like, water? Yeah, I just want a cup of water. In fact, I still feel like Coca-Cola or Pepsi should be endorsing me because I love Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Guess what? Another fun fact. I go to someone's house and they offer me Coca. And I had already said no to coffee. I had said no to tea. I had said no to, rakia. And I said, they said Coca. At this point, I'm feeling guilty. So I'm ready to just drink whatever the hell they're going to give me because I'm feeling really bad. Even though, like, why should I feel bad? Sorry, just getting comfy. Why should I feel bad when the reality is I just don't drink these things? It's because I know that it's coming from really good intentions and I really do want to drink it to show that I appreciate it. Okay, so she gives me Coca, which I've always bought for the kids in Canada and in Serbia, but I don't drink it because, again, I like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So anyways, I take one for the team. Mickey doesn't drink anything gas, so he's more complicated. No coffee, no tea, no alcohol, nothing with gas. Needs to be flat juice or water. So I'm like, I'll take the Coca. He doesn't drink Coca. If you have any water, that would be great. Okay. Fast forward, I find out like 30 minutes later, I'm allergic to Coca. There's something in Coca that makes me sick. I was violently ill for the whole night. I will not be drinking Coca again. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but I will not. Another popular custom here that I'm still trying to get used to is when you go to someone's house, you bring something. In Canada, we didn't. You just go to someone's house. Because it's so rare, actually, that you're just going to someone's house for the sake of just going to someone's house. Or it's so rare in Canada to be going to someone's house for the very first time that you don't just, bring stuff. It's not something that runs on your mind. You just show up, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Maybe if you really want to be formal, you'll bring them something. But, that's not a custom. Here, you are not showing up empty-handed. I mean, you can in my house. I wouldn't even bat an eye. I don't even think I would notice that you didn't bring something because I don't expect that custom. I'm not used to it yet, if that makes sense. Like, when someone brings something, I'm like, oh, thank you very much. I'm taken back because, again, that's not a norm. The other custom I'm still trying to get used to is the idea that when people are coming over, I'm supposed to be really well advanced prepared to have Fanta, Coke, water, coffee, even though I don't drink it, and cookies and treats and pretzels and things ready, and basically make a charcuterie board for people because they're coming to my home. So to avoid that, I just don't invite anyone to my home. It's true, because I'm not doing that. I really, really appreciate the effort, but I don't even want you to do that for me. And I know if I tell you, please don't do that for me, you're going to be like, what? And you're going to do it anyways. But the reality is, I like the no fuss, no stress. You come to my house, I come to yours. People come over and ask for coffee. Well, my husband's like, can I get you something to drink? They're like, yeah, coffee. They don't laugh to say hi, can I have a coffee? Anyways, we look at each other and there's always doom across our faces. First of all, we don't know how to make the Turkish coffee. Yeah, make fun of me. Hit the comments. You're going to be like, oh my God, you don't know how to make Turkish coffee. I don't know how to make Turkish coffee. Don't know how to make instant coffee. I read the instructions, and now the instructions are in Serbian, and so I'm translating them. And then when I give them instant coffee that's like Nescafe, they're not enjoying it. They want Turkish coffee. But if I don't offer them coffee, or I don't have it, it's basically rude, from my understanding. I love being able to spend my time visiting friends and family. But it gets complicated because when I'm at their house, I'm basically eating and drinking things I wouldn't necessarily drink or want. When they come to my house, I'm trying to be someone I'm not. And it's now like to the point where my husband and I are like having conversations beforehand. He's like, babe, honey, I need you to try to eat something when we're there. And I feel like, listen, I love this country. I accept it all. Even when I'm annoyed, I can turn a blind eye and be like, whatever. No country's perfect. But when I have to swallow something that I wouldn't eat, even if my kids were like, Mommy, I made this specially for you, I cringe. Why? Because in Canada, I didn't eat cakes or pastries. In Serbia, they love cakes and pastries. Cakes and pastries with coffee. I know, I sound like such a bitch. I get it. But you guys know me. Don't you know me by now? I'm so laid back. Honestly, you give me a Coke and I'll be like the happiest girl in the world. Heck, you can even tell me, Nicole, I don't have Coke. You want to bring a Coke for yourself? I'm going to be like, don't worry. I got 10 in my fridge. I got 10 Pepsis lined up waiting for me. Coca-Cola, Pepsi. I'm good. These are things that I'm having trouble getting used to. Another thing I'm having trouble getting used to is the lack of food options. I feel like every restaurant I go to serves pleskovica or cevaps with pommes frites, French fries. And I don't want any of the above. See? Back to me being picky. And I am just now, we're coming on 8 months, guys. I'm just now starting to find places outside of the box. Anything I miss from Canada is the variety of food. And I just mean like the options, because here I feel like the options are very limited and there's lots of Italian. But I've recently found some restaurants and I'm stoked. Okay, super excited for those who aren't Serbian, but stoked is a word. I'm stoked that I have found some restaurants here that are outside of what I would consider the box here. Outside of the normal. They're different. Their food is, their seasonings are different. Like, another fun fact here. I found out I'm allergic to vegeta. Serbs. You know that vegeta is in everything. To my North Americans, it's like Frank's Red Hot. They put that shit in everything. Yeah. It's like a seasoning that's like a salt with a little bit of like dehydrated carrots and veggies in it. I'm allergic to it. And I never know when it's in something. So when I eat it, I get violently ill. Anyways, so I have started a whole new, I guess, series, chapter, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to be restaurants that stood out to me all over Serbia, because I'm just driving around Serbia all the time. I know. You probably don't even believe that, but like I have a restaurant in Čačak. I think that's how you pronounce it. I now have a restaurant in, obviously Belgrade, but I have also a restaurant in Šabac. That was fantastic. As I'm driving down to Greece, I will have some restaurants I'm going to plug in on my way down. So I have lots of restaurant footage that I want to share with you guys, but if you have some ideas for restaurants for me, put it in the comment section below. Also, if you know how I can gently warn Serbs in advance to not prepare for me in a way that won't be rude, I would genuinely appreciate that, because I don't want to come off rude. You guys know that's the last thing I want when I'm this bubbly and this excited all the time. And just to let you Serbs know who are maybe in the dark about this, the amount of Canadians, Australians, and Americans still moving here is phenomenal. we are getting a great group of people that are coming back, and the expat community is growing and bringing, you know, all their belongings and their money and building here and creating jobs here. So it is fantastic. And I want you to know that despite all the things that annoy you and everything that you've seen on TV that says that Canada and North America or the States is so great, you need to watch some of my other videos. Anyways, you have a beautiful country here despite everything you've heard. This country is something that has helped me come off my blood pressure medication, helped me come off my medication for an autoimmune disease I had, and it's simply just eating better food, feeling better on a day-to-day basis. I can't say this heat is fantastic, but you know what? I'm not taking my puffer like crazy as I was in Canada on really hot days, and it didn't even get as hot as it is here. So, what do I say all the time, guys? As always, I love talking to you guys. Vidimose. Ciao!